Welcome. My name is Dan Latto. Just making sure that we are live. Welcome. My name is Dan Latto, and in this video, I want to talk to you about property sourcing. Everybody wants to be a property sourcer. Everybody goes on about it, about how easy it is. All the trainers saying it's really easy. You can give up your job in a week, and it's just not that easy, quite frankly. It's actually quite difficult. But as if you've read in the description, if you're one of those lucky few who can get the right combination of do, when to do it, and how to do it, plus you've got the determination to overcome all the obstacles that you're going to get, then you can become a fairly successful property sourcer. I don't think I've really paid, I think there's one property that I've only ever paid full price for, and all the other properties have come in below market value. We've been investing for 20 years now, and those properties that we didn't actually want, we passed on to other investors who paid us a sourcing fee for sourcing those investors. Now, the way in which we did it was we actually had property sourcers who knew what we were doing, knew that the deals were already checked over in terms of due diligence and that kind of thing. And so they paid us a fee for introducing those properties. Now, obviously, they would then go and do their own due diligence too, but we would build up this relationship with this client so that we trusted them. And obviously we have NDA, we have agreements in place, and an NDA is a non-disclosure agreement, but we have agreements in place and so on, so that if they buy the property via the vendor, for example, they go direct, they still pay me a fee. So obviously it takes a while to build up that type of relationship with investors, but that's really where you want to be getting to with your investors. So if you can do that and you can find those type of investors, then that will work really well for you. It makes life so much easier. Obviously, it's quite difficult finding those investors up front. I've been known in property circles, especially in Leeds, for the last 20 years anyway. And so you just meet people at networking events and you build relationships and you go out for a pint and a curry and a coffee, maybe not in that specific order. And that was just breakfast. So we would do that, and we'd get to learn and get to network with people. We get to learn what sort of deals they're looking for. They would get to learn what sort of deals we have. And people will go, well, why would you not buy the deal? Sometimes we get deals from, Manchester, Swindon, for goodness sake. We've got one deal in Doncaster, which is just not our area at all. We made a mistake in actually buying in Doncaster, which is fine, but managing the deals are actually much harder. Managing the tenants and all that kind of thing, so that proved quite difficult. And definitely the stuff in Swindon that we owned, that proved really hard because it's a 3.5 hour, 4 hour journey. I don't trust letting agents. I can mess it up just as well as the letting agent can, so why am I paying a letting agent? So if you want to be a property sourcer, you can do it, but you've got to get the right combination. So obviously you need someone to actually sell the deal to. A buyer, a property investor, somebody wants a property for their portfolio, and they might want to buy a deal for all sorts of reasons. It could be that they're looking for a below market value deal. So if a 100 grand house, they want it for 70 or 75 or 80. Or it could be they're looking for a high yielding deal. Now, most of my properties, although we bought below market value, they're also high yielding deals. So one house, for example, that we bought is now a HMO. We put 4 people in it. I think we bought that house for 63,000 and it was on at like 85,000. Right, that's a massive discount, obviously, but we negotiated well and we got that discount. Now that's in Leeds. It's I'm not going to tell you where it is. But it's a 4-bed HMO, but it's under the 5-bedroom or 5 people rule. It's over 3 stories, but it's less than 5 people, so it's not an official HMO. It doesn't need to be licensed as such, but we still have to keep in touch with fire regs and fire doors and fire alarms and all that extra stuff. But like something like that, £63,000, it's pulling in £1,350 before costs and bills and all of that kind of thing. So the mortgage is very low. It's got some costs on there for gas, water, light, electricity, broadband, TV license, and so on. But the income from that works very well. So we keep something like that for ourselves. But if we come across something like that in Doncaster, we'll speak to one of our Doncaster investors and sell that deal onto them. We might make 1,500 quid. We might make 2 grand. Depends what the discount is. Depends how high the yield is. On something like that, you're earning 600, 700, 800 pounds a month. So can you sell that for 2.5 grand? Yeah, 8, 16, 24, 2,400 pounds. After 3 months of it being full, they get a full return on the finder's fee that we would earn on selling that deal. Now, if this is your first deal, sell that thing for 50 quid. Get one through the door, get it across the line. Just get one out so you can have the experience of getting a sale done. I see people that start out and we go, oh, I'm going to get £5 for this deal, and then we can't sell it. And it's like, no, you get paid twice in this life. The first time you get paid in experience, and the second time you get paid in money. Everybody wants the money. I want the £5 grand. No, sell it for 500 quid, £1,000, 900 quid, whatever it is. Get it across the line. And then when you start getting more experience, then you can go for 2 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand, whatever those deals are. You know, we saw a deal in London that was like on for £1 million. It went for like 600,000. The finder's fee on a deal like that is significant. I can't remember how much it was, but it was more than 2 grand, let's say. It was, you know, it was a 5-figure sum, like over 10 grand. I can't remember how much the finder's fee was. I mean, how many of them do you need? Like, obviously, you know, those are, you know, few and far between. You might do one a month on those. About 120 grand a year, if that's what you can do. These deals are out there at all various levels. Okay, so that's the investor. The other side of the coin then is over here, and this is the people who are needing to sell their properties. So they might have, and there's usually 4 different areas. It's death, divorce, departure, and debt. So death. This could be someone in the family who's left the house. We don't know what to do with it. I've personally been in this situation with my grand's house. This was before I got into property. So I've been in this situation too. You've got departure. Someone might be going to Australia for 6 years. They might not want to sell the property, in which case you can rent it, give guaranteed rent, and do a rent-to-rent opportunity on that. Or they might just want to sell it because they're never coming back to England because of Brexit. Who the heck knows? Then you've got, so what we've got, death, departure, divorce, someone who's going through divorce. I went to see a house and they literally had head-size holes on the walls, and we were like, we need to buy this quick. We completed on this, I think, in like 9 days. And I think that if we hadn't have completed on that deal as quickly as we had, I think there could have been a murder. There could have been something quite bad happening. So we pushed the deal through as quickly as we can. You can complete in 9 days if you know how to do it. And then the last one is debt. Obviously, debt's the biggest one. People got credit card debt, loans, they've got bailiffs knocking on the door, they're 3 months behind on the mortgage, and we're going to a bankruptcy next week. And so they need to sell the house quick. And you can help those people if you know how to do it. So they're the 4 reasons why people would want to sell their property. People go, well, surely they just put it on with an estate agent. Bear in mind, 1 out of 3 deals normally fall through, and also bear in mind it takes at least 12 weeks for an average deal to go through. Whereas if you can complete in 10 days, you know, you're going to save someone's life, like the divorce, or you're going to save someone's marriage, like with the debt, you know, and the kids and the relationship and all of that kind of thing. So it's then just a case of matching these investors with these people who've got these problems that you need to go in and be the jam in the sandwich. Okay, you're in the middle speaking to the vendors, going, okay, what's the situation, what can we do to help? Okay, I understand that. And then going to the investor, hey guys, I've got this homeowner and we've got this problem. These are the numbers on the details. This is its location after the non-disclosure agreement signed. And then from that, you putting these people together, and that's how the deal is formulated. So I hope that's useful for you. A quick overview there this morning that I just wanted to go through, because we get lots of questions about property sourcing. Is it easy? It's not easy. It's really hard work. But like I say, for those people who can get the combination locked right, you can make an awful lot of money. All right, I hope that's useful. We'll catch up with you on the next video. My name's Dan Latto. Take care.